Hello everyone, this is Marc again for you, and I noticed that Sylvester Stallone wants to sell his watches, not to me, but in an auction, and that's why we are going to take a look at this awesome video from Phillips Auction in cooperation with Bags & Russo. Let's go right in. And before we now start, please make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel. This would make me very happy. And now let's take a look at some awesome watches. And some of you might already know that next year I also want to sell my prototype RM, which I bought, piece unique, with Phillips Auction. Until now I didn't make contact with them, so if someone sees it from Phillips Auction, you can contact me anytime and we will together do something great, if God will, next year.
This is the watch that started it all for me.
Yeah.
It's called the logo, Panerai logo. I did a film called Daylight, and it was going to be the toughest film.
It was also one of the first movies where the watch was kind of iconic, and during that time Panerai was very hard to get, and everyone who has had a Patek collection also had some Panerais. Nowadays it became a little bit difficult to actually sell Panerai again, but I'm pretty convinced that if this watch is from Sylvester Stallone, that the auction result will be amazing. Let's see.
And I wanted to wear a watch in the film that no one had ever seen. Then I saw in the corner these boxes stacked up. I go, what is that? He goes, it's one of our watches. You know, they used it in the military. I go, can I look at it? Sure. I open it up and boom.
I actually never saw this Panerai box, so I assume this one is from back at the days. Awesome.
Comes out and it was almost like a golden glow. I said, this watch is a star. This watch is a star. I asked him, I said, has anyone ever worn these watches in a film?
This is also the same opinion I have. If we take a look at a Panerai model, especially this one, it's iconic and very unique. I'm this close to buy one for myself, but you know, at the moment, I don't know. Not very popular.
So I strapped this on my wrist that day, and I didn't take it off to the end of filming.
Oh, on the wrist of Sylvester Stallone right now is an old Submariner. I see the old clasp, probably from the 90s, in full gold. Submariner or Submariner.
I wore it in the movie, and immediately it started to catch on.
Yeah.
And then right after that, Arnold Schwarzenegger started wearing it. I went, Jesus, can I have anything that's my own? I said, no, I'm kidding. And it became very, very, very popular, and people started seeing this extraordinary.
Take a look at this watch. This is a really stunning and amazing watch. Clear, pure, just two hands, and no date, no nothing. Just a logo at 6 o'clock. Awesome watch. At the design point of view, in the whole watch world, awesome watch.
Extraordinary shape and what it could do, and I said, my God, this watch has been underwater and through hell, and it's just still gorgeous.
This watch really tells a story. That's why it also makes it to the auction. It's always important that if a watch is for sale in the auction, in my opinion, that it tells a story. For example, let's say the GMT or the Rolex watch on his wrist is a beautiful watch, but there's nothing special attached to it. That's why probably Bags & Russo also said that it would be interesting for them to sell this watch.
This thing has been through it. Just watch the movie, you'll see what I mean. It was a tough shoot.
Oh, RM32. This watch I had in my hands in rose gold. Yeah, awesome timepiece, awesome timepiece. No one takes a look at this watch. Everyone wants this tonneau kind of shape from RM, but to be honest, this watch, if you have it in your hand, it's a massive watch, and the complications, for example here, it has actually a diver's certification. This DIN norm, there's a special thing, requirement what you need to do, and this watch is a certified diver watch.
Different for the last Expendables, something.
Expendables.
And this certainly is. So I called Richard Mille. I said, "Hey, what do you think?" And he goes, "Really?" I go, "Absolutely." He goes, "Well, it's a very high-end watch for a mercenary." I go, "They're very successful mercenaries."
Awesome look with the white strap. Yeah, I really like this watch. Most of the people don't like it, but it's awesome piece.
He can afford it. So we sent it over, and I wore it.
Nice.
And we used
aggressive
red straps in there. It's so obvious and so extraordinary.
Look at the craftsmanship in detail. This is now maximum focus, really big on this screen, but the screws and everything, it's so tiny. Yeah, the craftsmanship that goes into this kind of watch is just extreme. We sold this watch back at the day to one musician from Germany, and he put it also on the cover of his album or single, I don't remember, but yeah, awesome timepiece. It was one in rose gold.
This one served me well and has been through hell. All those battle scenes, all those extraordinary stunts. This is what I was wearing. This is a truly amazing watch.
No,
watch.
no, he wants to sell this. This is a one-of-a-kind opportunity. Man, I respect Sylvester Stallone for wearing this watch. You know, the skull, I mean, it fits to him 100%. Really, really, really rare watch. I think it's a ceramic or TPT quartz. I don't see it. Limited edition tourbillon skull. The skull is in rose gold. Awesome piece. I'm really looking forward for the results, and everyone out there can be very lucky to have the opportunity to purchase this watch. No, at the moment, if you're looking for this piece, very hard to, almost impossible to find, and I think it's a nice step also for RM to test how the auction results perform, because at the moment I have to tell you, RM is my most favorite brand. I love this one, and yeah, I think this is the good choice to sell this at the moment, to see how the market is moving, and yeah, good thing. Also, I mean, you know, these watches, they are so rare, and it's nice for the open public to have the opportunity to purchase this with Phillips Auction. Good thing. You know, for example, the Rolex on his wrist is also nice, 100%. I agree with you, but this one is more special, and yeah, I'm looking forward.
For obvious reasons. It's an unbelievable
Wow.
piece. Every time I wear this watch, people, oh my God, how is it possible you have a tourbillon behind the skull? I said, because Richard Mille's a genius, that's why. I wanted this watch so badly, and they said, well, they're pretty much gone. They're that rare. I think they only did a few of them. So I ended up contacting Richard Mille himself. And
hey, it's good to have his number, I guess, yeah?
Such a gentleman. He found the last one. I've worn this thing with pride. I still have mixed feelings about giving it up, but I thought, you know, okay, I've had a good time with it, and now it's time for someone else to.
Yeah. No, also if people come to me and they say, I don't know if I should sell it or not, you know, there is always a kind of development also within the collection. So sometimes you can sell something, get something new. Not the baddest idea.
The skull watch.
Oh, RM59, Johann Blake. Nice. This is in carbon. Also interesting watch. One of the few regarding the price. They didn't jump like the RM1103, for example, like this one. Interesting.
Watch was designed by Richard Mille on the base.
Look at the construction of the movement.
This is a speed. It's named after a world-class
dynamic watch.
And I have to say that this watch is probably the only watch that looks like it's moving when it's standing still, the Johann Blake.
What you guys might not know, the case is not really a square one. The bracelet and the case perfectly fits, but at the end it looks like this. Interesting construction. In the whole watch industry, I think this is the only manufacturer who is doing something extraordinary.
I mean, it looks fast. It's like an animal. And I said to Richard, I go, what are these lines here, right? And he goes, it's when a sprinter comes out, his fingers.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that.
Isn't that incredible? So literally, this watch has a sprinter's movement. This one is a showstopper. I mean, when I bought it, I wore it one time, and I guess it was photographed by the Daily Mail or something like that.
Yeah.
6 months later, I went to Europe, and I was on vacation. And literally, I walked into a restaurant, and the maitre d' goes, oh. I go, what's the problem? He goes, I thought you would wear the Johann bag that I saw in the newspaper.
Yeah, this I have to say, if you are working somewhere and let's say in a store and they are kind of fascinated by watches, always when you appear there with the RM, because they are so rare at the moment, they produce around 5,500 watches per year, they always want to take a look at it, and I can imagine.
I said, no, I keep it packed away. I don't want anything to happen to it, but thanks. This is what you call star quality. This one has it.
Oh,
This.
RM25, this is Tourbillon, right? I think Tourbillon, no. Hey, this is the watch I thought developed with Sylvester Stallone, with the compass and everything.
Is a real piece of engineering. This is the RM025.
Wow.
Richard said he was going to design this based on action movies, Rambo, Jungle, for explorers.
Pharrell Williams also has one, and I don't know how many pieces they did. Maybe 10, or the list price was 1 million, I kind of remember, and at the end a really small amount of quantity.
Men of action, you know, soldiers of fortune, things that, in other words, outdoors. This watch is amazing.
Nice.
Opens up.
Wow.
It is incredible. And then it just keeps going. It has
Nice.
places for quinine pills, compasses. In other words, you would have to be a real...
Wow, I never saw what comes with the watch.
amateur to get lost in the jungle with this watch. Okay, if you can't find your way out with this, then don't go to the jungle. This is an amazing watch. It's the Rambo of watches.
Yeah, awesome. You believe me, if you are looking for this kind of watches, you have never the opportunity to buy them. So it's a great thing that Sylvester Stallone agrees on selling them. And yeah, if you're looking for this watch, this might be one of a kind opportunity. Nice. We are already at the end of this video. The auction is on the 12th December, so next weekend. And if you're interested in one of the pieces, just go on the website of Phillips Auction. Awesome pieces and right decision for Sylvester Stallone. You know, something new will come. He will probably stay with RM and buy a new model or so. So for everyone who is also a watch collector, sometimes it's the time to sell. Okay, so yeah, in this case, thank you very much for watching and I see you guys next time. Bye bye.